Alright, welcome back everybody. We are currently in this fourth match in a modern competitive league. Let's take a look at our hand that we have here. So this is not a good hand. Now, yes, we have two turn one spells, but first of all, our land comes in tapped, which won't do us too well in terms of the tempo game. So I think this is definitely a mulligan. Not much better, but it's a keep. Fatal Push could be really good in this matchup, but we already have one and we have a Snapcaster, so I'm going to try to bottom to hit our next land drop. Island. Basic island. What are we doing here? Alright. Delver is a great draw. I'm curious as to what basic island means. Double island. Oh, okay. Looks like Fatal Push would have been great in this matchup, but the fact that they didn't get Aether Vial on turn 1 and no Curse Catcher is really great for us. So what we're going to do here is Shock. We'll push the Lord just so we can get in for 1 point of damage. Of course, we would have loved to flip the Delver, but next turn we have Snap Push or K Command. Yep. Alright, Spell Snare is not a bad draw. And now, we could be facing down a Master of Waves. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass. We'll be able to answer Master of Waves with Snap, Fatal Push. Yep. Thing is, we win this race, so we're okay with taking a little bit of damage here. If Master of Waves comes down. Yep. Which is what we expected. Hopefully they won't have like a Spell Pierce or something, because that would be really bad. Aether Vial. Sure. Alright. Let's go ahead and get a Steam Vents here. And because we cracked a fetch, this Fatal Push should be able to answer this Master of Waves. Great. Man, another Fatal Push is a great draw. Here, let's just attack out. This is now becoming a race. We don't care about Aether Vial right now, so we'll just go ahead and activate Mutavault. Sure. See if they do anything else. I think I'll go ahead and push the Mutavault. Take 2. And we have Spell Snare for a 2-drop. No 2-drop is nice. Interesting. So now we ran into the Dark Six Shores argument, where if this was, say, a Drowned Catacomb or a Sulphur Falls, it would have been much better. We are 100% in racing mode right now. Let's see if they don't flash anything in, so we no Curse Catcher to be afraid of. We have another land, but we... Alright, now that's a Curse Catcher. Which means we want to... Let's see. Could deal 2 damage and make him discard a card. That way if they're... Yeah, I think that's a good play. Discard... Oh wait, no. Undo. Alright. The issue here is that if they have a Lord for 2 mana, they could... Yeah, but I think it's still the correct play. Because if they don't, then, you know, we're in a good position. What did they discard? An island. Okay, So now we're in a really strong spot here. Alright, and they concede. So that was quick and easy. Now what do we do for the next round? Alright. Anger is okay. Damnation is great. I like Collective Brutality in this matchup because it's a quick answer to a Master of Waves. Counter Squall is not very good here. In general, our counter spells aren't going to do a lot of work, so let's cut Logic Knot. Because of Aether Vial. So we want to make sure that our cards that we're bringing in are answering our opponent's creatures. Or their board in some way. So let's take a look at some other cards. While testing the list, I thought, let's go full control. Cut the Delvers, go Keranos, Kalidas, Painful Truce, and I think I had Is It Staticaster in there. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure that's that great of a line. I think we generally want to race our opponent with Delvers. And if they want to remove it, they have to dismember, and they still take 4. Now, these are the better card advantage cards. And there's maybe an argument for Kalidas. I'm not sure I like Pia, though. Or Is It Staticaster, or Keranos. So let's think here. We want all of our early removal. An early Tasker is still very strong. No, I like this setup. I don't think we need any of these cards. I think this matchup is too fast and tempo-oriented that landing a 4-drop is just not that strong. And now we have turn 1 Delver, we have Thought Scour, and we have a Snapcaster Mage. So we're lacking some early removal. But hopefully we'll be able to draw into it. Aether Vial, sure. That's the start they need. This is the start we need. Land is not a good pickup here. And we'll go ahead and set a stop on our upkeep. This is because if we don't like what we see on top of Delver, we can go ahead and Thought Scour it away. What's nice is Spreading Seas isn't all that bad against a land with... Yeah, I'll hand with a bunch of lands. Sure. Alright, let's see if we can flip that Delver. No, but we do want it. So we'll say okay. Alright, so can we actually cast Tasker right now? I don't think so. I think we're 1 mana off, right? So this will generate 3. This will be 4, 5. Yeah, we're 1 off. Unless they flash in a Curse Catcher here. And then we can actually do it. Yep. That's fine. Nice. Now we can pull it off. Let's see. Those were some nice cards in there, but let's go ahead and get a Blood Crypt. But we're a bit ways off from Snap K command. And this Tasker is a great way to pressure our opponent. Let's see. Things if they don't have another... Okay, so they have a land. With Merfolk, it's important to be careful because they can dish out a lot of damage very quickly. Alright, so Snapcaster, not the card we want to see right now. We would really like to pair that with some cheap removal spells. If they have even just a single Lord, there's no reason to hold this Tasker back to block. Yep, so we got a Lord coming in here. We could, now if they don't have another Lord that gives Island Walk, we could snap in a Snapcaster Mage to sort of flash block this Master of Waves. You rev up the Mutavault. Alright, we'll try to bring in the Snapcaster Mage just because it's not doing much else. And if they don't have another Lord, then we're in a great position. If they do... Alright. that was a pretty favorable trade. And nope, that's not what we wanted to see. And here we'll play an island because we want to use Tasker's ability to try to get some removal spells in the graveyard so we can actually use the Snapcaster for something. Tech Edge, ooh. That's pretty spicy. Go ahead and get an island here. I'll use Tasker's ability right now. See if we can... Alright, Serum Visions, Thought Scour, Snapcaster Mage. So it's at least spells that Snapcaster Mage can target. Not the ideal ones. But it's something. Sure, rev up Mutavault. I'm curious what's in their hand. I mean, if it's not 2 mana lords, why aren't they activating Aether Vial? Alright, Delver Secret's not a bad draw. This is tough. There's an argument here for Snap Serum into Delver to try to flip and then just flood the board that way. I think we want to attack first no matter what, though. If they have like a Spell Pierce, like I don't think we care that much. Ah, you see a bunch of junk on top. Let's see, is there any position where they could go for lethal next turn? So they play 1 Lord, probably a 2/2. Makes that a 3/3. They attack for... They play 2 Lords to make their 2/2 and 3/3 into a 5/5 and a 4/4, and that's 9 damage. Alright. So staying at 10, I think, is the most safe line of play. And they didn't even have a Lord there, so we might have played around nothing, but... Next turn we can go... Rev up Tarpit, attack for a lot. Attack for Master Waves, sure. I mean, Master Waves is not bad in this position at all. Let's see if we can flip Delver there. Yes. Alright. Let's start by Thought Scouring ourselves. Hit a Terminate. Wouldn't have actually hit him. Alright, so let's think. What's the safest line of play here? If we rev up Tarpit and we attack with everything... They make... We go down to 8. They take 2 damage, or 6... Sorry, 3 damage, 6 damage. They go down to 2. So that means they have to block Snapcaster, they have to block Tasigur. Then they flash in a Lord. We're at 8. Yeah, that might be too risky. Things if they flash in a Lord, I mean, can we even block? Oof, I might have. Do we hold back Snapcaster Mage? Just in case they don't have a Lord? They haven't had a Lord in quite a bit now. Wow, so they... Huh. Interesting. That's probably the better block. And now we're... Okay, alright. Interesting. So we didn't present lethal this turn, and that could have been a huge mistake. Fatal Push, however, could be a great draw. If, that is, we get to block this turn. Alright, they got a Lord, probably, on 3. We could easily be dead here. So it's another land is a good sign. They can rev up 2 Mutavaults, flash in a Lord. I don't think we're dead. Another Master of Waves. Okay. I don't think that wins. Mutavault, okay. Interesting. These are elementals, right? We block the Mutavault. This way we would take... If they flash in a Lord, we take 9, and we're still alive. So I think this is the most correct block. Right? Let's go ahead and just get rid of one of the Master of Waves. Alright, so now we have Lightning Bolt, so we have double insurance, but let's just go ahead and attack. I mean, I think we have lethal here, right? Alright. 2-2. I really want to go 3-2 in this league, so let's see if we can get that positive record in the next match. Alright, thanks for watching. Merfolk matchup can really go one of 2 ways. So it's nice that we got the win here and went the tempo plan rather than the control plan. I think that's the correct line against Merfolk. Alright, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next match.